I've spoken to some families this week who are just overwhelmed by their child or teenager's behaviour. They've come in to see me and described a whole range of different things that their child is doing that's problematic, and a whole range of situations that this behaviour is occurring in. So, for example, there have been some families who've been really distressed and upset by their child or teen's disrespectful behaviour or angry behaviour, and they've described to me how their child is doing this all of the time, in many different ways and in many different situations, and they really feel at their wits' end. And one of the things that I have to do as a psychologist in talking with these parents is to try and get them to be really specific about exactly what's going on and to make a list of all the different kinds of problematic behaviour in all of the different kinds of situations that behaviour is occurring in. Now, this is really tough for parents because a lot of the time they feel as though it's all of the time and it can be anything and there aren't any particular triggers because it happens constantly. It definitely feels like this as a parent, particularly when you're tired, when you're angry, when you're worried, and when you're fed up. The thing is, however, this is a bit of a myth. It doesn't happen constantly. It doesn't happen in every single situation. There are a list of triggers, there are a list of particular things that the child or teenager is doing, and we have to get to that list before we can do anything about it. There's an old saying called, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time, that I'm reminded of when I'm working with families like this. If we can start thinking about how we tackle this problem in just bit by bit, chunk by chunk, then we'll see real changes happen. But if we stop at the level of it's always and everything, then nobody, let alone me, knows where to go. So if you have this situation in your house, if you're feeling overwhelmed, then get a pen out and a piece of paper and start making a list of exactly what that young person does that you're finding difficult or worrying, and exactly when it happens. I know it will feel like it's constant. I know it will feel like it's all of the time. But often when you start writing things out, you can see that it's more manageable than you first thought. Sometimes I think we have to remember the Chinese saying, which is that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And just think about what is the first step that I can take here to help manage this situation, to help my child get through this in a more constructive way.